Hello, I'm Moeman from the Exploding Gamers, and this is the server that me and Jebilov1 play on, and I'm going to talk about the many Bukkit plugins we use on our server. For some reason we're missing sign. Yes, so first plugin I want to talk about is telepads. As you can see, there's a lot here. And there's a lot more in the server. There's lots of rooms like this one. And essentially, they take you places. You simply step on the pressure pads and they warp you. When you warp, the chunks are sometimes slow to load, as you can see. It also gives you a friendly message to tell you you're about to warp. The lighting's broken. So yes, they're very useful. To make one, just as easy as using it. You need to dig down. Well, you don't actually need to dig, you can build it above ground, I just have to dig. Simply put a sign down. You can put whatever you want down. I'm just going to put test 1 on the sign. You need 4 double slabs, lapis lazuli, and a pressure pad. And then you need to make another one for the other end. Simply 4 double slabs. It doesn't matter which order you place all the blocks in, as long as you have the right shape. And then you, with a piece of redstone, you left click on one, and then you left click on the other, and now they work. So I can stand on this one, and get teleported to this one. So that's blue telepads, and there's some arrows which are helpful. Now for another Bukkit plugin we use is Warp 1, because these telepads are useful, but they have their limitations, and we use the warp to make it easier to get around. So if I bring up a warp list, you can see all the different warps we have. We have a lot of warps, and at all of the warps, except the ones named Moeman and Skurno, there is a telepad room. So we'll just go to the top warp for now. I have to type it in correctly. Warp Pangoda. And I warp here, which is a telepad room. I can always warp to Skylands, which is another telepad room. And we just have lots of these rooms, and using the warps makes it a lot easier to get around. Our map is pretty large. If I can, I'll include an image of a map at the end of the video, which I probably should be able to do. Next, I'd like another Bukkit plugin we use is Voxel Sniper. If you don't already know what it is, it's a world edit tool. With it, I've been able to make this area here, which is a lot of floating islands. As you can see, a lot of floating islands. And also, this is it. Oh wait, where's it gone? This floating archway. Here. Floating archway, it's not floating. And also, you can pretty much make anything with Voxel Sniper. Let's see, where's it gone? Over here, I think. It should be. I'm just looking for something. Where's that room? It should be over here. For some reason it's not. Or is that it? I think this is it over here. Yes, this is it. I have also been able to make this massive natural looking structure. Basically what Voxel Sniper lets you do, well, it isn't really basic, it's massive. So I can type BB to create a ball brush. I can type /V and then a block ID. So let's just do stone. And I can change the brush size using /B, then any number. Brush size 5. then with an arrow or gunpowder, let's change the time, I can simply right click and I can create a ball of stone. Of course it's embedded in the ground, and then using /U I can undo it, and I can make them into squares by using BV, undo that. Also BDF is disk face, so I can right click, and if we create a disk, let's do it better there, flat disk, undo that. Or you could always do BVDF, which creates a flat square like so. And there are lots of other things. There is an oceanator, which is BO, and then I can right click and it will turn it into ocean where I right click. Then I can undo that. And there are lots of other things Voxel Sniper can do, but I don't have time to talk about all of them. Next, another plugin we use is Voxel Dupe, which, as you can tell by the name, is made by the same people as Voxel Sniper. And what it lets you do, well, it has 3 functions. I'll just get the tools out we need. So a stone axe you also need a bone. Where's bones? Not that far. A bone and a slime ball. So what the axe lets you do, you can right click and you get a stack of 64 whatever you right click. What the bone lets you do is if you right click, it will change the block. So this also works for wall as well. I'll just show you. And wall is there. So I can place some wall, use a bone and change its colours, which it makes it a lot easier since we can't actually spawn wall in multiplayer. So yes, you can change it like that. And what the slime ball lets you do is it's a paint tool, so you can left click on a block and it'll make the palette ready and acquire the ink of whichever block you left clicked, and then you can right click and simply paint any blocks you like, which is also helpful for building. And there's one more plugin I should say that I want to show you, and that is wireless redstone, which we have on our server. So let's just walk to where I have some set up. Where is it? Over here. So what you can see here is I've started building a massive piston based display, and using these signs I can create a wireless redstone. So that's a receiver and that's a transmitter, and to create these all you need is some signs. So let's get all the stuff we need. Where's the next switch? There's the next switch. And I'll place it there. And then in square brackets you type transmitter, receiver in square brackets, and then sign 11, and you complete the redstone channel. And so if I flick this switch, you can see that the pistons push out and go back. And so thank you for watching. That's all I have time for pretty much, and we'll see you in another episode. Thank you and goodbye.